Hey guys, Patrick from Uncle Bill's Camping. Today we're talking about the Klymit Quilted V-Sheet. It's made specifically for the Klymit Static V. Hang around for a few minutes, we're going to tell you all about this. Alright guys, so what we're talking about is the Klymit Quilted V-Sheet. And it's made specifically for this right here, the Klymit Static V. This happens to be the original, and if you toss and turn a lot or you're a side sleeper, this thing cannot be beat. Read the reviews, do your research. If you're in the market for one, definitely look into this, give it some consideration, go try one out. And, I would definitely say you'll probably be impressed with it. Anyway, getting back to this right here. The reason I got this was for a few reasons. One, it's going to add a little bit more R factor to this pad right here. This pad doesn't have an extremely high R factor to it, but it adds a little bit more to it to keep you a little bit warmer, keep that heat underneath you, and keep you from getting too cold on your backside when you're sleeping. The other reason is that I like to sleep. I don't like to sleep down inside of my bag zipped up. I kind of like to use my bag more like a blanket. Unless I absolutely have to, if it's really cold outside, and of course I'm going to climb down inside of it and zip it up. But other than that, for the most part, I live in a pretty subtropical climate where it gets cool at night. It does not get cold except for a couple months out of the year. So, being able to have some kind of sheet to lay on and just spread that sleeping bag out works great for me. I get a little bit claustrophobic too, and if you toss and turn inside of a sleeping bag, especially a mummy bag, and you get bound up and you're claustrophobic, it's not a pretty scene whatsoever. So, I really will appreciate the fact that I can have something soft kind of to lay on and also, be able to move around freely. The other thing that I like about this is the fact that it has this sleeve at the top that you'll see here in a minute, and it's made for a pillow. Now, of course, you can put whatever in there, a shirt, a stuffed sack full of clothes, your jacket. I do tend to spoil myself. I use a Thermarest memory foam pad that's got the memory foam chunks in it, so when you unfold it, it turns into a nice puffy pillow and gives your head a lot of support throughout the night. So, it's just something I spoil myself with. May not be for everybody, but having that sleeve at the top to make sure the pillow stays underneath my head and not on the floor somewhere in front of me, I can really appreciate that. So anyway, what we're going to do is, since I'm kind of setting all my gear up, testing everything out, making sure it's up to spec, I've set my tent up in the backyard because we got a lot of rain running through this weekend, thunderstorms everywhere. So it's a good time to test out my tent, make sure all my seams are still in good shape and I don't have any leaks. So here in a second, I'm going to go downstairs, make sure all that's good, no leaks. And as long as that's good, I'm going to take all my gear downstairs, I'm going to set it up inside of the tent, and I'm going to show you how this goes on the Static V, and also how the pillow sits inside of there. And from there, you can kind of make a decision on whether this is something you might want to add to your camping gear collection.
All right, guys, so we got the air mattress set up down here, and of course that noise you hear in the background is rain, and it's been raining for 2 days. And the good thing is no leaks, so I'm not going to have to do any kind of seam sealing. That's one less thing to worry about. So we'll go ahead and take this out, and this kind of pops out of there, man. It's real stuffable. Probably won't leave it in this bag. Probably just awesome. Just stuff it in the bottom of my bag. I'll show you this backing real quick. So this backing is some kind of polyfill. It's not super high quality, but it's definitely going to give you some more insulation. And I do like the fact that it's, the way it's kind of stitched together. We'll go ahead and I'll show you how this goes on here. When you're putting this together, it seems like it's almost too small at first. And you're putting it on a little dry run with it earlier. I was concerned the first time I put it on there. Almost wants to curl up, but you realize once it's all on there and it's strapped down, it's going to be just fine. You just make sure you got it centered and you pull your edges around. I'm very glad that they have this right here, because without it, me being a side sleeper and the fact that I turn a lot, I would probably take the top quilt off sometime during the night. So that looks like it's on there pretty decent. Of course, there it is. So, you know, the fabric itself, this almost feels almost like a soft tee feel. But when you get up here, this is more like a moisture wicking fabric, like a sports shirt or something like that. Yeah, I think this is definitely for hiking. It's going to make my life a lot easier. I'm going to sleep a lot better and be more comfortable just being able to lay on this and just cover up with my bag versus being stuffed down inside of a mummy bag, getting all claustrophobic. So here's my little pillow I was talking to you about. When I come down here, I'd unpacked it to let the little memory foam chunks go ahead and start to expand. And I really like it. Like I said, it gives you a lot of support when you're sleeping. It's, like I said, if you sleep on your side, you need something that sits a little bit higher up to support your head. And this does the trick right here. Okay, here's the pocket I was telling you about. It's actually got a little bit extra right here to be able to wrap underneath the pillow. Just gotta stuff it up in there a little bit. Then pull that down around it. Oh yeah, you can put just about anything up in there. You know, t-shirts, stuffed sack. You know, put your jacket up in there, and that way you don't have to worry about that popping off the pad and winding up there somewhere. You wake up with a crook in your neck. So all in all, man, I like it. It definitely, I didn't waste any money, that's for sure. It's well worth the 20 bucks. I look forward to seeing how well this whole thing does for me on my next hiking trip. I forgot to, so hey, I just wanted to throw this in here real quick in case any of you guys were wondering about this ledge bag that I was talking about. So this is a Ledge Scorpion 45. I picked it up dirt cheap, man. It's like 30 bucks. But it comes in, first of all, it comes in a really good compression bag. I mean, there ain't no joke, man. That thing's solid as rock. And here's the bag itself. So it's a left side, this one's a left side zip. But of course you got a little pocket there, you know, put your stuff in, which, you know, everybody's got that nowadays. It's got the piping down the side, that little insulated strip, the of course the YKK zippers, which I guess that's good. It's got some hanging straps. And then you can zip from the bottom or the top here to be able to open the foot box up a little bit, let some air in. Like I said, I always sleep with it open, and you can tell by when I pulled it out of there. You know, I very rarely am going to use this for anything really more than a blanket, probably. There's got your drawstrings and all that, but you know, it's a good bag for 35 bucks, man.
Okay, guys. So I hope I have provided you with a pretty good idea of what this is about right here, how it works, and whether this is something you want to get for yourself. I myself am pretty impressed with it. I think it was a really good purchase. I did not waste any money buying this. I like the fabric. I like the way that it attaches itself to the pad. I like the pillow pocket, the way you can access the air valve without having to take everything apart. All in all, I think Klymit designed a very good product, put a lot of thought behind it, and it complements another great product that they already had. So I hope they keep up the good work. Either way, this is Patrick from Uncle Bill's Camping. Thank you for taking the time to look at my video. I will see you guys the next time around. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, feel free to give me a like or hit that subscribe button to show your appreciation. You can also find more of my content at UncleBillsCamping.com, Pinterest, Twitter, Minds, Reddit, YouTube, BitChute, Steemit, and DTube. And from Uncle Bill's Camping, this is Patrick saying thank you for supporting my channel and watching my videos.